Welcome to the Archive Network. I'm Aurelius, and with me, as always, Malik. We curate the Creed Archive. Today, we open a new file. Akan Religion. Malik, you've had this one on your desk for a while. Dense green forests, hidden shrines, and ancient stools. This is where the Akan religious world first took root. The echoes of priestly chants still resonate through the lives of millions across Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. This deep connection to the land shapes their beliefs and rituals. We must understand how this intricate tapestry of spirituality began.
Aurelius, while the forests and shrines are certainly important, we can't forget about the people who call this landscape home. It's the daily lives of the Akan community that truly breathe life into their rituals. These aren't just echoes of the past. They're vibrant expressions of who they are today. This is a living tradition that shapes their identity, connecting generations. We need to see the human stories behind these practices, not just the history.
You're right. The Akan people's experiences matter. But to explore their religion, we need to take a step back to the first millennium of the Common Era. This was a time when communities were forming through migration and trade, influencing the way they viewed the world. They didn't construct grand stone temples like some cultures. Instead, their spirituality was woven into the fabric of daily life. Their beliefs were reflected in their rituals, their art, and even in their interactions with one another.
But that's the point, Aurelius. They didn't need grand temples to express their faith. Their rituals, oral histories, and the roles of chiefs and priests were central to their spirituality. Each community developed its own unique practices, reflecting their values and history. The richness of Akan religion really lies in this diversity and adaptability. It's about people finding ways to connect, to honor their ancestors, and to support one another. That's what made their beliefs so alive and relevant.
Akan religion encompasses a rich family of practices shared by various Akan-speaking peoples. We see groups like the Asante and Fante weaving a common thread through their beliefs and rituals. There isn't a single scripture or creed to bind them together. Instead, it's the oral traditions and local shrines that define their spiritual landscape. These practices evolve and adapt, reflecting the local culture and values, showing how deeply intertwined faith is with daily life.
Yet, that lack of a central doctrine doesn't make their beliefs any simpler. In fact, it complicates them even more. Each community has its own stories, rituals, and traditions that reflect their unique experiences and struggles. This diversity weaves together a rich tapestry of voices, showing us the many ways people connect with the divine. It's not just about one singular narrative. It's about the various paths that individuals and communities take, shaped by their histories and everyday lives.
At the heart of these traditions are two cosmological themes that really shape the Akan worldview. First, there's the tension between Naim, the creator deity, and the multitude of lesser spirits known as the Abosom. This dynamic reflects a complex relationship between the divine and the everyday, where the divine isn't distant but very much involved in daily life. The Akan people navigate these spiritual realms through their rituals, which serve as a bridge, connecting the sacred to the mundane.
And let's not forget about the deep reverence for ancestors. For the Akan people, this connection is more than just tradition. Ancestors act as moral witnesses and sources of blessing, guiding the community through challenges. These ties shape their values and decisions. It's not merely about rituals performed on special occasions. It's about the everyday relationships that nourish their identity and bind generations together. This ongoing dialogue with the past helps them navigate their present and future.
Early ethnographers, like R.S. Rattray, took a keen interest in documenting these ceremonies back in the 1920s. They meticulously recorded stool lore and the intricate significance of rituals that had developed over centuries. Despite the relentless pressures of colonial rule, many of these practices endured. The Akan showed remarkable resilience, adapting their traditions to survive while still holding on to their core beliefs. It's a testament to their cultural strength a reminder that history is often shaped by those who refuse to let it fade.
But resilience doesn't mean uniformity. Colonial rule and missionary activity disrupted many cultural practices in profound ways. Some were actively suppressed, while others blended with new forms and ideas. This hybridization often masked the original meanings and significance of those practices. The real challenge for us today is understanding what has truly persisted and what has been altered over time. We owe it to those who lived through these changes to uncover their stories and recognize their impact.
You make a valid point. The blending of traditions certainly complicates our understanding of the past. However, linguistic evidence reveals deep-rooted concepts in Akan cosmology that cannot be ignored. Terms like okra, sunsum, and mogya illustrate how spirituality is intricately woven into daily life. This complexity is essential if we want to grasp their worldview fully. It shows us that their beliefs influence everything, from rituals to social structures, shaping the core of their existence.
Ultimately, there isn't a single founding moment for Akan religion. It's more like a rich tapestry, woven together through migration, trade, and the rise of various states. Each community adds its own threads, evolving its practices over time. This adaptability is not just an abstract concept. It reflects the lives of real people navigating change. Understanding how these traditions continue to grow and adapt is vital for truly appreciating the depth and richness of their ongoing cultural expressions.
As we delve deeper into the Akan worldview, we'll uncover how these rich traditions articulate the universe and the myriad forces shaping human life. Each belief adds another layer, creating a complex tapestry of understanding. It's a dynamic exchange between what we can see and what lies beyond our perception, bridging the earthly and the divine. We're not just talking about myths here. These are frameworks that help guide lives, shaping identities and communities across generations.
That's where we leave it for now. Part of 5. Akan religion is far from done. If you're new here, we're Aurelius and Malik, curators of the Creed Archive, part of the Archive Network. Part 2 drops soon.